Okay guys, so here is the real tea. I have been crafting a ton to make this video, right? And I don't know how my froggy stuff does it because this room is a complete wreck. But I did it for you guys and I wanted to try something new and try and do like a crafting video, and I thought it would be a lot of fun. So yeah. So before you watch this video in its entirety, usually I try to warn you guys that this is like an adult channel for adults only. I know it has to deal with dolls, but most of my dolls are like either collector dolls or at a price point like most children wouldn't pay for. But this time I'm like very serious. Like if you are not old enough for this subject matter, do not watch it, because this whole video, my craft is making a jockstrap for a doll, making a bottle of poppers for a doll, and making a video cassette, which, like, if you're not old enough to know what a video cassette is, like, you're not old enough to watch this video. So I'm very, very serious. There is queer themes, use of chemical stimulants, all that stuff. So yeah, if you're too young to be watching stuff like that, definitely do not watch this video. But if you're old enough and you're interested in my first crafting video, keep on watching. Okay guys, the supplies you'll need are dolls, a jock strap for reference so you can understand the construction of how to sew one, little mini bottles, copy paper, graphing paper, and black scrapbook paper, a pencil, paintbrushes and acrylic paint, a glue stick, scissors and other cutting devices, double-sided tape, elastic in various colors, measuring tools, fabric markers for more options, cotton fabrics, and sewing supplies, whether you use a sewing machine or hand sew. All right, guys. So one of the first things we want to do is sketch out a couple of patterns, which I've already done, but I'm going to show you how I did them. So the pouch is really easy because I'm using an old Ken body because they're a little bit thicker. That way it can hopefully fit on like multiple size of dolls, integrity, new Kens, etc. For the pouch, we want to do 3 centimeters by 3 centimeters. And as you can see, I put a line down the middle, and then I'm going to measure 1.5 centimeters on both sides so that it equals 3 centimeters. And you get kind of like a T shape. We're going to bring down a line on the right side by 1.5 centimeters. Then we'll take a line on the left side and take it down another 1.5 centimeters. Perfect. So that way we get a like over dramatic T shape. Then we take the curve from the double-sided tape and we kind of line up the lines at the bottom. And if you create the pouch this size, it leaves like enough room that once it's sewn, it should cover everything in the groin area. And that's how you make the pouch. We measured his waist all the way around, and he is 13 centimeters around. His underwear from like this point to this upper point is about 1 centimeter. So we just do a line that is 1 centimeter by 13 centimeters. And then connect the lines on top. And we have a waistband piece. Then you can use these patterns to cut out and place on. The waistband is made of elastic and the pouch is made out of cotton. Next, we take our cotton and cut out like a square piece, enough so that we can fold over the cotton so it's a little bit thicker and place the pouch pattern on top. If you have an already thick cotton, you probably don't need to do this step. I just did it because my white cotton's pretty see-through. Then with our small piece of cotton, I just, as you can see, I folded it over. You can iron this down if you want to be like a perfectionist. I'm not super worried about that just because of the scale of this. It doesn't need to be like crazy perfect. There's not a lot of wrinkles in my cotton anyway. Then you just put the pouch template on, and you can pin this down if you'd like to. Like I said, I'm not a perfectionist, so I don't really mind the pouch looking like this. And then you can cut out the template. And there we go, guys. We have 2 identical pieces of fabric, which we will sew together. That will create the front little pouch part. All right, guys, now the 2 pieces are sewn together, and all we need to do is flip them inside out. Right, guys, and there it is, pulled with the fabric pulled out. You can see right here, I didn't get that edge as good as I thought I did, which is fine. Like, I'm not trying to make it perfect or anything. I'm just trying to show you guys an example, but the stitch is way better on this side than it is on this side. And that's okay. I'm not a sewer. I don't pretend to be. Like you guys saw, this was, my sewing machine was just in the package before we started this video. But yeah, that's where we're gonna start. Next, we'll take our elastic and our template for the elastic, which is the 13" by 13 centimeters by 1 centimeter. And we will cut out the elastic. And there we go, guys. We have our 13 centimeter by 1 centimeter elastic band. And we will take our pouch and kind of sew it in the middle of the elastic. And there's the pouch sewn onto the elastic waistband. Now we are going to connect the back right here. There we go, guys, with the back sewn up. We will use what's left over from the elastic, and we will add the straps on the bottom that loop around to the back. These are probably about 1/2 centimeter, so what I have here, I'm just gonna cut in half, and that should be enough for the strip. And now we have our small little strap. And one thing I've seen on Jockstraps is they will just kind of like twist it into an A shape and then place the A underneath the pouch right here, sew that piece on, and then sew this into the back. And then we'll have a nice little strap. So I will be back when that sewing is done. All right, guys, and here is the finished product on this Derek doll, I believe, from those super 80s Barbies. As you can see, he's got like a little bit of loose up here, which is fine, you know, like it happens. But yeah, ultimately, like from the front, it doesn't look half bad for this being my first craft project and everything. But, you know, I made one in white. I made another one in black, and you can see it's on a skinny Ken doll. Yeah, ignore those white threads. That was my mistake. I didn't switch out my bobbin. We got the really skinny Ken dolls. It fits with like the same basic design. You can see I took some of the fabric markers and I made like a rainbow pattern on the front. The blue bled into the green, you know, because I'm a professional. And on the back, you can see some more loose strings because of the elastic. But you can see it fits the Integrity doll pretty good because they're bigger dolls. But yeah, nice. And then that way, because of this athletic sportswear that these boys are wearing, the next project that we're gonna do won't get all over their clothes. Okay, guys, Next, we are going to do the videotape paper craft. And I've practiced this a couple times now, and I think the best way to do it is take this graph paper so you can keep your lines pretty straight and make a rectangle that is about 3 squares by 5 squares. And this is just cheap graph paper I found at Walmart. And then just make a rectangle. And we create little perimeter boxes all the way around the rectangle that go up 1 square. And there we go, just like that, we have those perimeter boxes. Then down here, we'll create another box that is 3 boxes down and 5 boxes across so that we have the top of the cassette. Then we will create tabs on these 3 top sides. We have 1, 2, 3 tabs. Then we are going to cut this pattern out and glue it onto the back of our black scrapbook paper. And I will be right back when that's all done. Okay, so now we take the side that doesn't have the drawings on it, flip it over, coat it with a glue stick very generously. Then we place it on top of the black scrapbook paper. Make sure we flatten out all the sides. It's gonna rub some of your pencil the wrong way because there might be some glue on your fingers, but it flattens and dries flat. And once that dries and everything, you can cut that out. Once the glue has dried, you can take all the lines that you created and fold them up. Now that all the lines are all folded up, on the back, I just painted 2 little white circles. You could do like, you could probably like hole punch some paper out, glue it on, whatever you want to do, but that shows like the bottom of the tape. And then we will fold all the tabs together. I'm going to take the white paper off so it doesn't come out of the edges. Fold those all together and they create a little black rectangle. That's, you can glue down if you want. I found that a glue stick doesn't work that good, and then I'm just gonna put like this little piece of white paper on the top so that it looks like a label for the video cassette. But what I'm gonna do is tape them down so they kind of have a glossy finish. And there we go, guys. There's my tiny little videotape. It's got like the tape's really like glossy and picking up a ton of light. Is it the most beautiful thing ever? Oh, heck no. And it would probably be cleaner if I had like good enough glue to keep the edges clean or keep the tabs glued together, but I made it myself, damn it, and I really like it. So yeah, also, if you try Googling or be video cassette paper craft, anything like that, it is like non-existent. All it does is it tries to make you buy like a Barbie video, or it'll show you like a tape player cassette, like for your Walkman, but it won't show you like how to make a video cassette. But yeah, I just need like a cheap little paper craft. So bam, there we go. For next and final craft, we need one of the little glass jars we got from Joann Fabrics. And I did this a couple days ago, but I painted the cork red because it matches the aesthetic of the label we're trying to create. And I created my own label. You can print off your own. I'll show you how my label looks in a second, but I'm gonna put some double-sided tape on the back of this because I feel like that will adhere to the jar better than like a glue stick ever would. And a hot glue gun is gonna make too much glue. I have put the double-sided tape on my little label that I created. Like I said, you could probably print one of these off, create your own. I changed up the words a little bit because, you know, copyright stuff. But yeah, so let's go ahead and wrap this label around the bottle. Awesome. And there is my little tiny bottle of rust. Put the cap on, and you have a tiny little bottle of video head cleaner, or as they're known in the streets, poppers. The perfect size for a Ken doll's hand. See, perfect. It's your own little bottle of poppers. The label is probably about 2 centimeters up and down. So 2 centimeters tall and about 5 centimeters around, and it goes around the bottle like that. This you could easily just add more color to or whatever you'd like to do. And yeah, that's our little tiny bottle of poppers. You know what that smells like to me? It smells like my video cassettes are gonna be pretty clean. So yeah, with everything we created today, now Ken can use his Rust brand video head cleaner to clean his classic videotape cassettes of his favorite vintage films. And he's in his brand new Jockstrap so that he doesn't end up getting any of the chemical on his clothing. Yeah guys, so that looks like everything. All 3 of our guys are enjoying their new clubwear. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and maybe I will do some more crafting videos in the future. Thank you very much, and have a great day.